Be excited. Be excited.
And go.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Rum and Cinema. Today, we're looking at The Phoenician Scheme, the latest movie by auteur Wes Anderson. In theaters now. And I am, as always, joined by my great guests, Nate and Jake. Hey, Nate. How are you?
I'm gonna bet my headphones died.
Well, Nate, now that you got some headphones at work, how are you?
Doing pretty good.
Nice.
Just finished the movie.
Yeah. That's good.
I'm very curious to see what everyone has to say because I have like mixed feelings, but overall positive.
Are you tentative to give your opinion because of the group you're with, or?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I'm always completely confident in my opinions.
Well, we know.
I don't give a shit what you guys think.
Yeah, that also we know. Speaking of not giving a shit what they think, Jake, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. I will break the suspense and go directly into my thoughts for this movie. I thought it was amazing and my favorite Wes Anderson movie I've seen.
Holy shit.
Love it.
From what I've seen,
Yeah.
That's not a popular opinion among people who seem to love Wes Anderson films. They're wrong.
Would you say you love Wes Anderson films?
No.
Okay.
I like them.
Did you like Grand Budapest Hotel?
Yes.
I remember you liking Asteroid City.
Asteroid City was probably my favorite full-length film to date. If we were counting the short, something
Just
Henry Sugar, very long title, yeah. That was really good, but not really apples to apples comparing those.
Sure.
But yeah, I think this one was. I think it was his best one.
I think it's the most forgettable Wes Anderson movie I've ever seen.
This one?
Yep.
Whoa. Prepare to be outnumbered.
Gave it a 6. Pretty rough. I put it behind The Accountant 2, which I also watched this weekend.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
How dare you?
I know. And I'm like the Wes Anderson guy. I love Grand Budapest.
That's exactly because as I'm looking at different reviews and different people who do analyses of film, everyone who's a huge Wes Anderson fan did not like this movie.
Yeah.
Or at least they said it's good. They were all like, it's better than most of the trash you see now in theaters, but
and then you tune
all of the opinion that like he's getting too comfortable in his style and relying. I don't know. I heard lots of reasons why this one wasn't great, and I'm like, you're all wrong.
I will say that's a little bit like it's why it's not my favorite one.
Yeah. So I thought it was funny. It's a good comedy. It had the start of some good stories, and then it just kind of all fell flat, and no one really did anything. I thought it just was like.
Isn't that part of the style?
I think it can be, but nothing. There was like less charm about it this time. It felt more formulaic. Like I saw the shoe boxes, and I was like, "Oh, each one's going to be a story." Okay, and maybe I'm just Wes Anderson out. Maybe it's like the Marvel movie you see.
What I was thinking.
Ben's most consistent theme isn't loving Wes Anderson; it's getting burnt out on movies he used to love.
I know.
That was what I was thinking as I was watching all of these people who love Wes Anderson talk about it, and I'm like, all of these things about the movie were great. I think which is fair. I've seen maybe half of his movies, but if I had to guess, I've seen a shade under half.
Yeah.
And so I'm certainly not burned out on Wes Anderson, and I thought this one was. Mostly, I thought it was really funny.
It was really funny.
Right?
It was really funny.
It's like I can't think of the last movie that I saw that had me laughing as much.
Friendship.
No.
Saw it coming. Ben, do you rewatch Wes Anderson movies?
Yeah.
Very often?
Not very often, but I have.
But you have, yeah.
I'm not a rewatcher, but now I'm becoming a rewatcher because I'm realizing that like as I age and my life changes, my point of view on movies changes too.
Yeah. I will say, excepting maybe Asteroid City, I don't think Wes Anderson movies are that deep.
No,
but
no.
To change. I was curious because I'd say I'm a pretty big Wes Anderson fan. Like, it's one of those directors, like, if a Wes Anderson movie comes out, I'm going to go see it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch any trailer for this. I didn't even care. I was like, I'm going to see it.
Yeah.
But I don't really rewatch them. I just like, enjoying it. Like, I don't think it's much of a thinker. It's just like, they're really fun to watch. So maybe I'm not feeling burnt out on them. The last Wes Anderson movie I saw was Asteroid City in theaters.
And I thought that one was great. I really, really liked that one.
Yeah.
But this one just, I don't know. It felt like all the stories ended too early. Like,
but that
was the point.
Good thing.
Yeah.
It was
right. It means they were so good
though.
that you didn't want them to end.
Yeah. I didn't like the French Dispatch, which was also a series of vignettes, but they weren't connected. And I felt like this one was just like, I don't know. It didn't have any of the like. It felt. I like the father-daughter storyline. That was nice. I like the little blurbs of like how the money is being distributed now. The gap, that was funny.
That made me laugh.
Yeah,
almost every time.
Yeah, Michael Cera's turn was amazing. That was great.
That was really funny.
Richard Ayoade was great. All the acting is amazing as always, but just the story felt like it wasn't done yet. It wasn't ready for this.
So I think it sacrificed a little bit of the story for comedy, because this is up there with my favorites. I think I liked Asteroid City quite a bit more, but this one I did like, but there was a point in the middle where I wasn't enjoying myself as much, because once they start the going to each person, I think like the second and a little bit the third one, it started to flag for me a little bit. And then I realized that each one was just the exact same thing but amplifying it. And by the last one, I was like laughing the whole time.
Yeah.
Because they just kept doing the same things and just adding, like, everything got heightened on each one. They just did the same thing 5 times. And seriously, by the last one, I was getting self-conscious of how loud I was laughing in the theater.
The
entire thing.
The last act of this movie is very well done. I do like the way they wrapped it up, and it was funny and it felt finished. But it just felt they were like hopping and skipping around instead of like.
But that's my pitch to you, is they just did this. They just kept doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Like with different characters, but like the stable characters, Michael Cera, Benicio del Toro, the actress
who's new and is really good.
The daughter. Every time they're just going from place to place doing the same thing, but getting more and more heightened every time.
Yeah, I
really enjoyed that.
I can buy that.
Like what I'm getting, every single bit, like the drinking bit, they just did a little more every time. Her getting a new thing to wear, him getting hurt more, Michael Cera's character getting more outlandish. Like it just every single time was the same scene, but just like crank up the dial a little bit.
Okay, that's fair.
And including with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh, and that was really so funny. He was great. Yeah, I did really like him.
It's also amazing the caliber of actors that he can pull in.
Yes.
And they'll have the tiniest roles.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
I know Taylor unfortunately was very tired and she fell asleep. And when she woke up, she was like, "Was Scarlett Johansson in this movie?" And I was like, "Yes, she was." Taylor's like going in and out. And so I was like, "Yeah, you missed her." But yeah,
I had an eye out for Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
I seriously think he was in it for like 15 seconds.
Words.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had 2 lines.
Yep. That's all he needs.
But yeah, I think the elevator scene when they're
my god.
Yes.
When that was the culmination for me. Like the assassin, I recognize you. All of them pull out weapons. He kills. Like it was hilarious.
That was really good, and it was fun seeing Wes Anderson do bullets again, because I think he did that in Grand Budapest a little bit. There was like some fights and like the way that he shot War, if you can call it that, like when the bullets go through the cabin of the plane the second time it crashes, I think. Yeah. It's just very funny the way he did that.
There's kind of a Looney Tunes element to his, because literally the opening scene is they're flying on the plane and then part of it blows up and it just the frame cuts, and
Yeah.
all that's left is the guy's legs sitting in the seat,
That is
and
really funny.
it's very
So good.
cartoonish.
Yeah.
But as soon as that, because I laughed at that, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be funny.
Yeah. It is a comedy. I'll give you that. They do a good job with that. Let's see what.
Yeah, I think like Asteroid City felt deeper. This just felt like a comedy, and it was like very Wes Anderson in the comedy that it was like the framing and the situation was the comedy. Like it wasn't that much of a story, but it was really good.
That's fair.
Yeah, and like everybody's dialogue and character, like Michael Cera was funny when he's Bjorn, and then he has the turn, and I genuinely thought he was gonna be the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just he's gonna like take off his glasses or something, and that was it.
Yeah.
And then he turns, and he's like this American with swag, and I was dying.
One Letterboxd review said they do a girl takes off her glasses and it's suddenly hot moment with Michael Cera in this movie, and it somehow works, and it does.
It absolutely works.
It works so good.
Yeah.
One
Yeah,
common theme that I
a lot
saw
of repetition. Like, go ahead.
with people is how it seems like Michael Cera has been part of this staple cast that Wes Anderson uses in all of his films. He's such a natural in it that it
Yes.
seems like he's always been
Right.
part of this core cast.
He fit right in his first one. Somebody wrote on Letterboxd he was Bjorn to play this part, and I was like, all right, you get that one. You can get that one.
Did reading the Letterboxd reviews make you like the movie more, Ben?
No.
Oh,
It was all just like Michael Cera thirst trapping. Or like,
I mean,
how did they not work together until now? It's like they're made in a Wes Anderson lab. I was like, okay, I get it. They're both quirky, hilarious. Mia Threppleton is Liesel.
yeah, Threppleton.
Mia Threppleton.
She is Kate Winslet's daughter.
Oh, of that one movie. Anybody?
I don't know.
Titanic. Yeah. Paint me like one of your French girls. It's her mom. And her mom. Okay, so I give it a 5 out of 10. Jake, how do you feel?
Wild.
Or 6 out of 10. Sorry, I gave it 6 out of 10.
Still crazy. I kind of want to give this an 8.5.
Wow, that's really high. Great job.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
That's awesome. Nate?
Yeah, I think it's. I'm having a hard time choosing between 7 and 8.
Wow.
But it is very much up there.
That's really cool.
I feel like
That's kind of where I was. I don't think I've done a decimal before, but I'm like, I
Yeah.
want to give it a little boost above an 8, but a 9 is extreme.
Yeah, 9's precious territory.
Yeah.
And then knowing what you know now, how would you watch it the next time? Skip it, stream it, rent it, theaters again, buy it digitally, or buy the physical disc? I would rent it at home, probably.
I think I'd get this one digitally.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd buy it digitally. Yeah, like
Sick.
I think it's probably good to watch at home on a big enough TV. Like you don't need the full theater.
No.
Though some of the shots are really cool.
Yeah.
But like if you're close enough with big enough screen, it's still gonna be good.
100%. I do like the aspect ratio he uses. Like, obviously, technically speaking, this film is incredible. It's very Wes Anderson. It's very theater, I would say. It's very like stages, static stages.
You know what was interesting? That like for me, that I don't. Somehow this is like a measure of the skill. There were 2 or 3 times when a scene is framed, and I thought it was miniatures.
Yeah.
And it wasn't.
Yeah.
I was certain when they walked into like the room where he meets and shows the shoeboxes that was a miniature.
Yep.
And I don't know why. It's just like how Wes Anderson designs the cinematography, like the scene.
Yeah. He does that trick really, because in Asteroid City he did a lot and it was miniatures. And now he's doing it again and it's real size.
I guess that if everything looks like a miniature, you don't know what's a miniature and what's not.
Some other people to point out from the crew, I believe the composer Alexandre Desplat is very well known.
They were
the
like
Three Musketeers?
the second call out in the second to last credit.
Yeah. They did not do the Three Musketeers. They did The King's Speech, Argo, The Queen, Philomania. They did Asteroid City also. Pinocchio by Guillermo del Toro. Shape of Water. So a lot of Del Toro. And then the production designer and the cinematographer. I feel like every Wes Anderson movie you should at least talk about those people a little bit. This person has worked with him on everything. For set design, Adam Stockhausen, Moonrise Kingdom, Grand Budapest Hotel, Asteroid City, French Dispatch, and this. And then the cinematographer did...
This is his first time working with a cinematographer.
Yeah, he did Amelie, Tragedy Macbeth, Inside Llewyn Davis, Across the Universe, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Some people like those. French, Bruno Delbonnel. But did a really good job. I wonder if it'd be like working with Wes Anderson as a cinematographer, because I feel like he has a very specific want, and you know that going in.
Yeah.
Would that like
Yeah,
make it
but it's
harder
like a
to be
challenge
creative?
to make it happen.
Yeah. Does it stifle their creativity, or does it force them to be more creative?
Right, because
Right.
if you give yourself
Knowing
rules,
that he has
Makes
this
him
vision.
design every scene in a diorama before he makes the full size.
yeah, he just comes in like a third grader for show and tell. Here's scene 15.
Yeah.
A storyboarding would be so easy for him. I feel like that would be the easiest job.
Yeah.
It's just literally a square and then draw some stuff. This person goes here. This thing is too far away.
Yeah.
So
But it is so like, I think it's, I can't really imagine getting tired of Wes Anderson. Like, unless he got like, I don't know, Disney bought Wes Anderson and like put out 4 a year. But like, because when they're coming out like once every couple years, I found myself admiring the credits at the beginning. Just like, I mean, obviously that scene was cool, like the overhead shot, but like even the credits, the like design on the words was so good. It was like the perfect colors. It was, I don't know, it's just fun to watch.
it's the most every frame of paint is a painting director since Kubrick.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would say.
Yeah. Every frame you could stop it at any point. It's like, wow, you could just enjoy the art
There,
of,
You just got
you know.
great art
funny you say
and
that.
then amazing actors playing ridiculous parts.
There is an Instagram
Yeah.
account that turned into a book called Accidentally Wes Anderson, and it's people taking pictures that look like it's from a Wes Anderson movie. And it's one of
that's
the
cool.
best books you could ever buy. Instagram accounts you can follow. Go give it a look. It's unbelievably fun. But yeah, like his movies, I would have in a coffee table book as like photos from that book.
Absolutely.
That's sick. That's really cool looking.
Yeah.
So I don't fault that. I think I do have to rewatch it. Maybe it's kind of like, I don't know. The first time I saw Banshees of Inisherin, I was like, Then I ended up loving it. First time I listened to Daft Punk's last album, I hated it. I ended up loving it. It's just like this expectation thing with me, maybe with Wes Anderson, where it's like, now I know what I'm going to get, so let's try to enjoy it this time instead of like taking it in and being like, that's not what I wanted. This isn't it. Oh, this isn't what I wanted.
Because he certainly had comedic elements in his previous movies, but I don't know if I would call any of them a comedy.
Probably not. No.
But this
We were
one
talking about
I would
that.
call a comedy.
Yeah, like leaving the theater, I think that's one of the most fun parts is the Wes Anderson style is so defined and iconic, but the story of the movies is not the same.
True.
Like, yes, it's like this visual style and the talking, like the way people deliver lines is the same, but the stories are very different.
That's very true.
It's just like whatever they want to make. Like this was not like any of the other stories, I would say.
I agree with that.
And like, yeah, slightly different tone.
Yeah. But the look is still there. Like you still feel at home and cozy. You know where you are the whole time, which I appreciate. Yeah. He's one of the few directors that I think if you showed average movie person a frame from their movie, they'd be like, oh, that's probably Wes Anderson.
Yeah, it'd be hard to like not recognize.
Yeah. Like Kubrick had the Kubrick stare, which was like that.
Our theater had 6 people in it.
Nice.
Because we went in the middle of the day.
Theater's back, baby.
And there were 2 people in front, like it was 2 couples sitting in a row and then us behind. And after the movie, the one couple, which was like an older couple, asked the other people who they didn't know, like, "Oh, do you know this director?" They didn't know who Wes Anderson was.
That's so cool.
And they were just like they were asking what other movies they had made because they were like super into it.
Yeah.
I was like, how have you not heard of Wes Anderson?
That's so
Like, I'm
sick,
so
though.
happy you liked it.
That's
but
so sick. They just picked a movie. They're like, I like Benicio del Toro, and then this.
yeah.
What were the trailers before your movie? Did you notice anything? Did anything stand out about them?
There were two of them stood out to me as I don't know if they stood out in a theme, but the two I remember because I kind of want to see if I'll see them is one where Keanu Reeves is an angel.
Yes, with Aziz.
And it's Aziz Ansari's first movie, like where he's director, and
it looks hilarious.
And then one that had Aubrey Plaza.
Yep.
That I don't know how good it is.
Ethan
but
Coen
it has Aubrey Plaza, so I want to go
directed
see it.
and wrote that one, and Margaret Qualley.
And apparently that's part 2 of like a trilogy.
Oh,
I don't think it's like a direct trilogy, but I think it's like a spiritual trilogy.
Yeah.
So we got to the movie late, and so we saw the second half of that trailer, and I'm so excited. I had to leave work. I had to go see this movie for you guys.
When you said that you were just seeing it, I'm like, I was thinking that. I'm like, oh, he saw it right after work, and then I'm like, actually, probably left work a little early to go see this.
And I forgot you were out of town, losing your ID for 4 days, so that makes sense.
Yeah, it's been tough. We're lucky we didn't have to go to the VIP section because they make you show your ID.
No,
like the
booze section.
Drinks.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got there halfway and we saw it, and I was like, we were sitting down as it was ending, and I was like, absolutely sold.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like Googled it to see what the name of the movie was, and yeah, it's the second of
Honey
his.
Don't.
What's that?
Honey Don't.
Honey Don't
is the movie.
Yeah. And I when I Googled it, I saw it was the second of his proposed, I think it was said lesbian B movie trilogy.
Yeah, Driveway Dolls.
That's what I saw.
Taylor and I saw the first one, which was something Dolls.
Driveway Dolls.
Driveway Dolls.
Yeah, that looked funny.
And didn't love it.
Okay.
But I'm still excited for this movie.
Yeah,
we were so excited for the trailer of that one. So to be fair, it could be bad because we were super excited, and then we saw the movie and we're like, it's fine.
Yeah, the Coen brothers are very hit or miss for a lot of people who directed that and wrote it. Like Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, No Country for Old Men, Burn After Reading, Fargo, also things like Big Lebowski.
You're saying hit and miss, and those like some of my favorites.
I know those are all hits.
Like one after the other.
All timers.
I was like, there is definitely some bad ones in there, but they're not.
No, I hear you.
Yeah.
Driveway Dolls was very weird.
Okay.
But I'm very interested to see Honey Don't.
Yeah. I think it could be really good. Oh, Hail Caesar.
I think part of it was Driveway Dolls. If you guys haven't seen it, Margaret Qualley and the other main actress do really thick accents, like really thick Southern accents the whole time.
Hell yeah.
Like Tennessee. It's very weird.
Dripping like molasses coming out of their mouths.
That's actually what she's like. She's like, darling, and the whole movie.
Listen here,
but it's set in modern times. Like, it's really weird.
Now listen here, little lady.
There are people like that, Nate.
Yeah, Nate.
I know.
Leave your.
I haven't spent a lot of time in the Carolinas, Tennessee area.
Leave your tech bubble once in a while. So my trailers.
I live in Boston.
My trailers all they don't allow people that don't sound like them there. My trailers were all centered around the director. Every one of them, the first name they mentioned was the director, which I thought was very smart because it's a Wes Anderson movie and like people go for that. So it was Aziz's movie. It was Ari Aster's Eddington. It was that Don't whatever you just said. The Honey Don't. It was Paul Thomas Anderson's new movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. That looks really good. The like Another Problem or Problem on Top of Problems. It looks fun. And one other one that was like super director heavy. I can't remember who, but I was like, oh yeah, this is smart of them to do that. Like every movie coming out this summer that is, or fall or next year, that's a big time tour. Hit it. I just love Aziz's back. I really liked him.
I saw that Aziz trailer in a different movie, and I was excited for it.
Looks hilarious. I'm gonna go sit on his face, and then Seth Rogen's like, I think it's gonna be confused by that.
Yeah, I love that you watch trailers and you can like get a pretty good idea of whether you're gonna like the movie or not.
Yeah, but I also
the movie I saw before this, I was excited for every trailer, and I was pumped. And then we saw Thunderbolts a couple days while we were on our trip.
Yeah.
To kill time before the movie or before the
Like,
You
Flight.
pregame with Thunderbolts.
Yeah, and I did end up liking it, but I got real worried because every movie was like a popcorn movie sequel. And I was like, oh my gosh,
well,
this
I mean,
is not good.
it's a Marvel movie, Nate.
It is a Marvel movie.
I have this new thing with trailers where as soon as I'm hooked on the idea, I stop watching the trailer. And
This is new in the sense that you said it at least 4 times on this podcast.
Fuck.
I was gonna say I've said before I usually don't
quoted
watch
you.
trailers.
I'll watch one
The
for
only
sure.
trailers I watch is in the theater when I'm seeing a movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's actually kind of
do not
annoying
say-
because I do
Yeah.
agree with the idea. Like, I don't want to see anything because trailers just show too much.
Way too much.
And then in the movies, you're trapped. You have to watch the whole trailer.
Just go to the bathroom.
Do you just close your eyes and like?
I watch them all. I watch them all the way through there.
Yeah.
But I've usually already seen
I
them by
feel
then.
like I feel like the trailers that they show in theaters are often not as bad about that.
Yes, they're
they
the
are.
one. They're the
Better.
first trailer usually. There's not a lot in
Yeah.
there. They just want to get your appetite wet. Like, the trailer I'm pumped about right now is the new Bruce Springsteen movie. The biopic just dropped, and Jeremy Allen White is the lead. Plays Bruce Springsteen. I don't know if he sings in it.
Wait, yeah, I was just gonna ask if he could sing.
Let me look. Let me look if he's singing in
If
it.
he can sing, he might be up there among my absolute favorites because he can really do it all. And he got absolutely ripped for the Iron Claw.
He is doing his own. Why? He was so good in that.
Oh.
No,
I
I mean
looked
like
it up.
shredded.
Oh yeah. Okay.
He got buff.
Yes, he did.
One Battle After Another.
Yes.
The Paul Thomas Anderson. We saw that. I'm still blanking on what the last movie I saw in theaters before Thunderbolts. It was like a couple weeks ago. But this was one of the trailers that
Friendship.
was before it. That every trailer I was like, "This is a banger!" Like,
Friendship.
I'm so excited for this movie. Say again.
Friendship.
You're right.
Yep.
Yes, it was Friendship.
Yep.
Where every trailer I wanted to see the movie.
Because we're going to theaters now, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked really. That one looked really good.
Yeah.
I love Leonardo DiCaprio nowadays.
I know.
Like, I mean, for the last decade, everything he does.
That's why I'm excited for that for the Angel one with Keanu.
Yes.
Because I'm like, Keanu just doesn't give a shit anymore, and he just does the movies he wants to do.
Unlike Leonardo.
Like, yeah. Well, I think Leonardo's the same way.
I was gonna make a joke. Unlike Leonardo's girlfriends, he ages well.
Ooh.
He drops them at 25. I love the part in the trailer when he's with Benicio del Toro and he's like, "I need help, Sensei," and he just tells him like, "Here you go," and then leaves. Fuck yeah, we got this, Sensei. That was so good.
That movie's gonna be fucking wild.
I know.
Like, just insane.
Do you know the other Paul Thomas Anderson movies? Would that help you to get ready? I'm doing a rewatch of his stuff soon. I haven't seen all of it, but there's some. So he did Boogie Nights. He did Punch Drunk Love, The Master, There Will Be Blood, Licorice Pizza, Inherent Vice, and Phantom Thread, and Magnolia.
Never seen any of those.
There Will Be Blood is incredible. The Master is really good. There Will Be Blood is on Paramount. The Master's on Tubi. Inherent Vice is on Max. Phantom Thread you can rent. Licorice Pizza's MGM Plus. Hard Eight's Paramount Plus. Boogie Nights Paramount Plus. Punch Drunk Love also. Adam Sandler's first drama. So yeah, a lot of auteurs are coming back post-strike, post-COVID, let's get back to the theaters. Tom Cruise saved us all. He's getting an Oscar this year because of it. I'm not kidding. They're giving him an Oscar.
Like, genuinely, there's a lot of things that I don't like about him, but credit where it's due. I think his position on this stuff is commendable.
100%. And the way he runs is hilarious, so I'll always be fine with it. Him running is one of my favorite things.
Mission accomplished. Let's stop doing the ad that thanks you for coming to the theater, though.
Oh, I went to AMC and they had like actual commercials in between the trailers and the movie, and I was like, no, stop this.
Oh, weird.
Oh, I just mean the final thing that's advertising going to the theater.
Yeah, Nicole Kidman.
They're an actor goes into the theater and is like, the cinema. We all live here now, and it's just like,
I haven't seen one of those in a while.
Because you go to Alamo, and Alamo knows they're better.
Thunderbolts. Yeah. AMC does it every
AMC
time.
does it a lot.
Oh, we don't have AMC here anymore. It closed.
Yeah. If you're going to Alamo, they're not doing it.
No,
but
they don't.
AMC does it
Alamo, and I go to there's an ACX, which apparently is big, but this is their first foray into Nebraska.
Wow.
Interesting.
That's my cheap theater that I go try and catch, a $5 matinee at.
Hell yeah, dude.
And it's pretty nice.
Hell yeah. We're gonna go see F1 in IMAX in 2 weeks.
Nice.
You know,
I haven't been to an IMAX in a long time.
There's only 8
but
real
both had
IMAXs
a
left.
trailer for F1, and I was like, oh shit, I want to see that.
It's gonna be
I
incredible.
had no interest. It looks fucking good.
So here's what's going
on
for
the
it.
big screen.
I love F1. It has F1. It was shot with F1 drivers and on real F1 tracks. And the director is the guy who did Top Gun Maverick, which if you didn't see that was fucking cool. So that's going to be sick. And they apparently, so on the F1 cars, they have these rigs of cameras so you can see a bunch of angles. Apple's releasing it through theaters and it'll be on Apple TV Plus. They had their engineers make a new iPhone camera just for this movie to put where the cameras go on the car. And the visuals so far have been unbelievable. So yeah, it's going to be a trip. But there's only 9 real IMAX theaters left in the US, or 8 or something like that. But the ones that say like IMAX at AMC,
Yeah.
I'll still go. But like me, Nate, and Taylor went to one in San Francisco to see The Dark Knight.
That's a real IMAX theater.
Unbelievable. Yeah. There's one in the Twin Cities.
See the size of the screen.
Yeah. It's like 10 stories tall. There's one in the Twin Cities that is at the zoo, but they don't do movies there anymore. It's really annoying.
What do they do? Like animal documentaries?
Yeah, exactly. Like the Henry Dorley.
I mean, those are really cool.
Yeah.
Henry Dorley, I don't know if Henry Dorley has an IMAX, but they have a massive
It's IMAX.
theater. And I
It's
love
IMAX.
going to those.
It's real IMAX,
Yeah. I love watching
Lozier
nature
IMAX.
documentaries.
The like one where you used to like helicopter in, and it was like the sand dunes and stuff.
Yeah.
I saw that one.
Yeah, go watch all the penguins. Hell yeah.
Go watch the Dropout where they try to make helicopter noises. That one's really funny. I watched a like cut up of Pete Holmes just making fun of the host over and over and over.
That's so good.
He's like, "You look like Ellen DeGeneres something or other," and then he's like, "You look like a mayor of a town that sings everything."
Look the prize in a Cracker Jack box.
Yeah, no, it's the prize in a grape nuts box.
Yeah. If you've seen the clips, Jake, of Dropout, Samurai the host is like a little guy. Apparently, him and Pete Holmes are really good friends.
Yes,
and they brought Pete Holmes on for it. And every time he buzzed in, he like roasted Sam instead of doing the prompt.
Pete Holmes and Mike Birbiglia do the same thing when they're on each other's podcast, and you should go listen to it. It is some of the funniest things. He was like Birbiglia made a joke about Pete Holmes not making enough money about not having enough tickets sold to his shows recently. And then Pete Holmes goes, "Yeah, it's because everyone that goes to your show also brings their grandma to go see you." Just so perfect. I don't know.
Speaking of which, James Acaster has a new special out. He was on Seth. Just reminded me, he like, what did he do? James Acaster did something where he was like, did a pitch for like Seth, like was like, "Oh, your thing," and it's like the crowd didn't go wild, and he was like, "Wow, that's gotta hurt." He's just like, "Fucking." I saw a comment under that said James Acaster said he's the best late night guest, and this is making a strong case. Like he was just hilarious the whole time. He's like on the whole interview.
Hell yeah, I love that.
Just being a dick.
I love when it works like that. So yeah, that was the Phoenician scheme.
Yeah, I know. That was all over.
I really like the banter though.
Halfway through, I was like, "This is very freeform.
It's funnier." Yeah, we're in the podcast mode.
And you know what else is funny and freeform? The Phoenician scheme.
Damn.
Yeah.
Say it with your chest.
I wouldn't argue it's freeform.
It's pretty rigid form.
It's the most rigid. It's the part of some of the funniest bits were them saying the same thing over and over and over again.
So good.
I myself feel very safe.
I think so. Tarantino.
I myself feel very safe was one of my favorites.
That was really good. Tarantino said, somebody asked him about, or no, maybe Samuel Jackson was getting asked Quentin Tarantino or one of the two. Anyway, they were asked about ad-libbing on Tarantino sets, and Tarantino goes, "I pay you to read my fucking words." And I feel like Wes Anderson is in the same vein. It's like, I wrote this.
There's no way that they ad-libbed a single line in that movie.
No, they had cue cards to the side probably because it was such like that, kind of staccato.
And you have to do it all deadpan.
Oh yes, the deliveries are so flat and fun.
I Met Your Mother. Like, that's every single group said, "I knew your mother."
I knew your mother. I knew your mother. Phoenician scheme.
Take your grenade. That was.
Yes.
I have my own.
Oh, pulls it out of his pocket.
Yeah, things like that, There's every person they visit, So you don't expect that.
Yeah, it's a bit you forget about, and it's like, oh yeah,
You're too kind.
that was good.
Oh,
the
man.
blood transfusion, just right. I'm O negative.
That was wild. I want to know if that was real. I was actually thinking, like, is that actually? It makes sense,
Yeah.
right? Like, it makes sense as an early blood transfusion, but that's wild.
Yep, here it is. Still used some places, like emergency situations. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it does what you need it to do.
Pumps the blood. Nice,
Yeah.
nice log. All right. So this game is called the Grand Switcheroo Hotel. I spent time on this one, so don't worry. There's no mess ups, probably.
Nice.
In this game,
To be clear, we're not going to summarize the plot of the Phoenician scheme. We did it. Just go watch the Phoenician scheme.
Yeah.
If you, unless you hate Wes Anderson, which some people hate Wes Anderson. If you hate Wes Anderson, you're not going to like this. Otherwise, go watch it.
Yeah, go see it. It's fun.
100%.
You won't hate going.
No.
Yeah. Like Rumors.
You can wait to stream if you don't want to pay or your $5 a day. But
yeah, $5.
It's just it's
fun.
Yeah, it doesn't have to.
You'll
be
have fun
in the cinema.
You'll.
It's not. It's cinematic.
The world's weird,
but it's
weird stuff's happening. Go have fun for 2 hours. It's under hour 50.
It's probably the funniest Wes Anderson.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. The more I think about it, the funnier it was. I agree. Like the points you reminded me about were funny.
Like, it's not often I laugh out loud in the movie theater a lot. Like,
yes.
By the end, I was laughing at every beat in the scene because they just kept repeating. Yeah. And by the end, I was laughing.
I think because I'm writing something, I'm very focused on the story of everything I'm watching. And that probably tainted my watch. Like if I give up on the script or finish the script in the next 6 months, I'll watch it again and then see how I feel.
It had enough story to be serviceable and to move the plot forward, and it was no deeper than that.
Yeah, it was very clear what they were like.
Yeah. We were all on
it wasn't some big mystery. There was nothing crazy.
We were all floating down a river, and every once in a while our butts were skidding on the bottom in our inflatables. That's what this movie was like. There's enough to go, and you're gonna have a good time going. But every once in a while, you're going to be like, is this deep enough? Are we okay? And no, you still go. You never stop.
Okay. Wow. That was good.
Thanks.
That was good.
Thanks.
I was lost until then. I get
you really sucked us in.
Shepard did. Like... I saw the faces, and I was like, nope, they don't get it. Keep going. Keep going. We'll get them. This game is called the Grand Switcheroo Hotel. In this game, you choose the category. And I give you proper nouns from that category that are either Wes Anderson proper nouns or from the category you chose. So, for instance, you could pick category car names. And I might say, Fantastic Mr. Fox. That's Wes Anderson. Ford. That's a car name. It's going to be like that. I'm going to give you the name, and you're going to tell me if it's whatever that category is or Wes Anderson. The categories are Lollapalooza acts from 2025, obscure font names, indie coffee shops around the USA, Harry Potter background characters, candle brands, and bird species. Nate, which category would you like to choose?
Well, I'm playing to win, so I'm taking Harry Potter background characters.
Son of a bitch.
Ben still doesn't understand how well we know Harry Potter.
Okay. I was going to make it so that whatever category you chose, you gave to the other person, but I wasn't going to tell you until you chose it. But you're so cocky about it, I kind of want to see you get a couple wrong, so I'm going to let you do it.
Let's fucking go.
Okay. Harry Potter background character or from the Wes Anderson universe? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Roger Cho.
Oh, he's got me right away. We'll go Wes Anderson.
It is from Asteroid City.
Yeah.
Albert.
Ben, you still, You kind of got me, but I literally just was like, have I ever heard Roger Cho in Harry Potter? And it wasn't that. I was like, no, I definitely haven't.
Is that how answering trivia goes? You think of the question in your head and then get an answer? Thanks. Oh, we are going to play a game of Jeopardy soon.
Cool.
Abby agreed to be the Ken Jennings.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I know. Okay. Albert the Abacus. Wes Anderson or Harry Potter?
Also Wes Anderson.
Yeah, French Dispatch. Dr.
Haven't even seen it.
I know. Dr. Hickenlooper. Wes Anderson or Harry Potter?
Wes Anderson.
Yes, Asteroid City. Katie Bell.
Harry Potter.
Who's that? It is.
I don't know.
Do you know who it is? Oh,
It doesn't matter.
Jake, do you know who it is?
Just some random Gryffindor. Oh,
She's
she
a
was a
Quidditch player,
Gryffindor
I think.
seeker.
She's a Quidditch teammate.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
God damn it, you guys are crazy. Okay.
you keep learning this lesson like once a year.
I know. I have to make you look good. I have to make you look good at trivia every once in a while. Can't always just
The other categories are going to be rough for us, but like
Oh, I
Harry
know.
Potter characters.
Yeah, I looked at this category list and I'm like, whoever's going first, picking that category, you're getting them all
You're
right.
getting 5, brother. Last one, Justin Finch Fletchley.
Harry Potter. That's not even a little hard, Ben. It might be like Jake and I might be able to find harder ones for each other.
You should actually. That's what we'll do the next time. All right.
Justin
So,
Fletchley is, I don't even know if that's the right way to say it, is the kid who took photographs of Harry Potter.
and he got
in the second movie and got petrified.
he got petrified.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
His brother's name is Oliver.
Oliver tits out. That's insane.
We're fucking cool, man.
Well, I know what our tiebreaker is going to be. It's going to take us 4 hours. Jake, give me.
Just keep going, Harry Potter names.
I was thinking that.
Literally, it comes down to, ooh, I don't know that one.
Yeah.
It must not be Harry Potter.
That was the first one. That's what I was trying to describe. I
Yeah.
was like, does that name ring a bell? No, it's not Harry Potter.
Okay, Jake, you have Lollapalooza acts from 2025, obscure font names, indie coffee shops, Etsy candle brands, or bird species.
Okay, well, I'm going to play this game for fun. Now that the win categories are out. And I want to do bird species.
Bird species.
Bird species was the other one to win. That's what I would have picked next.
All right.
It is not, it's not a free 5, though.
It's pretty close.
Rose Spoonbill.
Hoary Puffleg.
That's.
See, yeah.
I commend you on your attempt to pick names.
Yeah, see, this took some time.
All right, one more time.
Hoary
Okay.
Puffleg.
I'm going to say Wes Anderson.
Bird. It's a hummingbird. It's a type
Gotta
of
be a
hummingbird. Gotta be a bird, says the guy who didn't have to guess. That's crazy. Next one.
I tried to get in before you answered. I was pretty
saw
sure it was
you.
bird.
You try to step on my talking all the time. J.P. Jopling.
That's Wes Anderson.
It is from Grand Budapest Hotel. JG, sorry.
It's definitely not a bird.
I don't know. All right, next one. Sandy
That's gonna
Galito.
write color commentary.
Sandy Galito.
I'm going to say Wes Anderson again.
Correct.
Bird. It's a small, elusive bird.
Damn it.
Gustav H.
Wes Anderson?
Yeah, he's the main character in the Grand Budapest Hotel, played by Ray Fiennes. And finally, to give you 4 points if you get it right, 3 if you don't. Maleo.
I want to say Wes Anderson.
Bird. Good try. It literally the description said weird bird, chicken like. That was it. I think it's from Argentina.
I will, despite how much shit we gave you for picking Harry Potter, I will give you a lot of credit for picking hard.
Yeah.
The birds. You picked probably the best Harry Potter-ish sounding names from Wes Anderson too.
Sure.
I
I
agree.
had to think
Yeah.
for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the birds you picked are good.
Thank you.
I'm very worried about the rest of the category.
Yeah, you're actually screwed for the
That's-
well.
I looked at the rest of them and I'm like, a lot of these are going to be 50-50.
Yeah, they're tough. I'll give you that. I think Abby got one right in one of the categories.
Oof.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna keep up the nerddom and say obscure font names.
Here we go. All right. Number 1, Alex Brush.
font.
Yeah. Nice. Choufleur. CHOU-FLEUR. Choufleur.
That's a Harry Potter character.
That's Fleur Delacour. Oh, that's a font.
That is from The French Dispatch. Wes Anderson.
That's French for cauliflower.
Oh, really?
That's hilarious.
Like Nate's ears.
That's really funny.
The Mechanic.
Wes Anderson.
Yep. Darjeeling Limited. Oswald.
I know that's a font.
Yeah. That's what Abby said too. I was like, you guys are nerds.
I was like, this is actually a pretty good nerdy category.
That is the only font so far that I have recognized.
Fonts.
Yeah. Cooper Hewitt.
We'll go Wes Anderson.
That's a font.
Oh,
Cooper Hewitt.
it's both. Come on.
I don't have any fun font facts. So
I thought the same about Oswald. I'm like, surely there has been a Wes
There's
Anderson character
someone
named
named Oswald.
Oswald.
I just knew that was a font. Like I've used Oswald.
Yeah. Okay, Jake, you have Lollapalooza Acts from 2025, Indie Coffee Shop, or Etsy Candle Brand. They're not all Etsy. It's just a funny way to say it.
I want to go with Indie Coffee Shop.
Yeah, that's the next easiest, I thought.
The hardest category.
I thought it was the easiest.
I genuinely think this and candle brands are 50-50s.
The problem with the coffee shop is I had to find the ones that didn't have coffee in the name. That was tough.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe in you.
I'm looking at it. Number 1, Palabra.
That's got to be a coffee shop.
It is the number 1 indie shop in Arizona, according to the article I read. So all of these are the number 1 in their state. And I didn't pick Nebraska or Massachusetts, so don't worry. Number 2.
You didn't pick Duncan?
Indie coffee shop, Nate.
Oh, fair enough.
Get the fuck out
Palabra,
of Duncan.
Spanish for word.
Word. And the word of the day is penis. Dusty.
Dusty?
Dusty.
I want to say Wes Anderson.
It is Royal Tenenbaums. All right. Tip Top.
Oh, that's so rude.
Wes Anderson.
It is. It's a band in the French Dispatch.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great choice.
The Author.
I want to say coffee shop and hate myself if it's wrong.
Well, get ready to hate yourself. It's Wes Anderson.
I think it was clued because it's from Darjeeling Unlimited.
It's from Grand Budapest Hotel. Edward Norton is the writer.
Did you say The Mechanic? I was guessing.
The Mechanic was
The Mechanic and the
Royal.
not the same?
Mechanic was. I got rid of it already. I deleted it because I had to see.
It felt like maybe that was a clue.
Oh, I see.
The Mechanic.
Oh, yeah.
I see.
That's what made me.
Wait, you said the writer, not the author.
I said the author.
Right, but then you said
No,
Edward Norton was the writer.
He was the author. Like the character's name is the author, but he was the writer in the movie, The Grand Budapest Hotel. Therefore, his name was the author. Listen, I had a gummy. It's hitting.
Your story's falling apart, Ben.
I wrote everything down correctly. You still only have 3 points. Okay. Last one. Please and thank you.
Coffee shop.
Yep, in Kentucky. Yeah, most of them had the word coffee in it, so I couldn't use them. Okay, now, since it's 7-8 and Jake is losing, Jake gets to pick the next category for himself as well. So, Jake, would you rather do Lollapalooza Acts or Etsy Candles?
I feel like to a normal person, Lollapalooza acts would be easier.
No.
But I'm going to go with candle brands, also partially because I won't care if I miss one of those.
That's fair.
Whereas I'll slightly care if I miss a Lollapalooza.
I mean, I'm not putting Olivia Rodrigo on there. Although Nate might have had a hard
Wes
time.
Anderson.
All right.
I feel like candle brands was going to be easier.
Here we go. We'll find out.
I'll take the challenge.
Here's candle brands for Jake. Hinoki Fantôme.
Wes Anderson.
That's a candle. Kismish Kashmiri.
Wes Anderson.
That's a candle.
Damn it.
I gave you a gimme in here. Don't worry. Mendel's Bakery.
That one I was like, that feels a little racist if it's a Wes Anderson character.
Right, yeah. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. They were ridiculous.
Candle.
Mendel's Bakery is a candle, but it's the flavor of a Grand Budapest Hotel bakery. So you would have got it for either one. So I'll give you 1 point.
Wait, what do you mean the flavor of a bakery?
Sorry, the scent of the bakery. I wrote flavor down.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So they did a candle for the
or the bakery from the movie Grand Budapest
okay,
Hotel.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you get it. You get the point. Pagoda.
Candle.
Royal Tenenbaums. Wes Anderson.
There's a candle brand named Pagoda.
I don't know. Diptych.
It's it is a brand. I was gonna say it's a candle flavor.
Your last one, Jake, is Diptych.
It's got to be candle, right?
Sure is. That was just enough to give you the lead by 1. You have 9. Nate has 8.
It's very possible I get all these wrong.
Oh, I know. I'm kind of hoping that happens. Okay.
All right.
Lollapalooza Acts 2025. The first one is The Blessed Madonna.
Lollapalooza.
It is. Magdalena Bay.
Oh, this is a 50-50, but I'm going to say Wes Anderson.
Lollapalooza.
Fair enough.
Matt Champion.
Definitely Wes Anderson.
Definitely Lollapalooza.
Damn it.
Peter Flynn.
Wes Anderson again.
That is Wes Anderson from Rushmore.
Royal Tenenbaums?
Rushmore.
Oh, wow. Okay. I was picturing the champion one in the Royal Tenenbaums.
Yeah, he seems like a tennis player.
That's totally it.
Yeah. Future Man.
Lollapalooza.
Wes Anderson. Bottle Rocket.
Damn.
Nate, by the skin of your
Nice.
chinny chin chin. 10
I mean, I knew I won.
to 9.
You know what? That was a good game,
Thanks.
with the exception of the Harry Potter category, which Nate won because that category existed and he went first.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You can switch. You could switch and we would have exactly flipped scores.
I believe that. Jake, I'll put a Lord of the Rings one in there next time too. Don't worry.
Hell
I'm
yeah,
pretty sure I could ace Lord of the Rings too if I went first.
I'm pretty sure I could ace anything if I went first.
That's what you sounded like.
It's just it's not so much that we know it, it's that you continue to underestimate how well we know it.
Yeah, I know.
Like, it's weird.
Well, Nate, you realize how much I have to make these easier for you two to do movie trivia? I have to give you some layups, all right?
Yeah.
And myself some layups.
You could really get mean on Harry Potter.
I don't know that I could because I don't know Harry Potter enough to get mean.
There are more obscure characters.
Yeah, I know. I just Googled obscure Harry Potter characters and there was 8 on this list and it didn't seem that obscure because they were in the movies and not just the books. And I was like, this is... Anywho.
That's oh no, go ahead.
No, you go.
I was gonna say in the Harry Potter HBO upcoming thing,
Yeah.
I saw them talking about Pansy Parkinson. They might add her because like the Slytherin goons, Draco, and
Oh, yeah.
I guess we can't say goon anymore.
Goonin.
But
Is that
Goonin.
racist? Is that
No.
racist?
no,
It's Goonin.
no, it's like Gen Z slang for like edging sexually.
To the same person over and over. And
I
over.
would have. I appreciate knowing that.
Yeah.
I did not.
Because I've been calling it
yeah,
edging the
it's-
whole time.
I'm
sounds
fully
really
on
dumb.
board with almost all Gen Z slang, but
Yeah.
that one I don't know.
Goon's too close to my heart. Yeah, get off my lawn.
Yeah, it's too good of a word.
Get off my lawn.
But yeah. Anyway, so the Slytherin trio actually had a fourth. They had like a girl counterpart to her that always had an arc with Hermione,
Wow.
and she was not in the movies.
What was their explanation in the movies for what Hermione was gonna? Did they say she was gonna be Pansy, but she just like they didn't show her ever?
I don't.
I don't know that they even mentioned anything about it.
She just wasn't even a character.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, 'cause
Oh,
you're
right. Yeah, with the polyjuice
scene, she's supposed to be Pansy Parkinson.
Oh.
I think she just became one of the either Crab or Goyle. I think they both
Yeah,
became.
she did.
One crab, one Goyle,
Yes.
and Harry in the cloak.
Harry in the cloak.
Well,
That
no,
was it.
no. To be clear, in both the book and the movie, she becomes a cat on accident because she accidentally takes a cat hair.
Oh yeah.
But she gets like she doesn't do the polyjuice potion scene. Like Harry and Ron become Crab and Goyle. She's supposed to become Pansy Parkinson, but she instead gets turned into a cat.
Harry's in the cloak.
Like a cat person.
Harry's in the cloak.
No, he's not.
Oh. All right, Jake, you find that. I'm gonna look up.
I'm more shocked by Jake's surprise and lack of remembering.
Well, no, because I thought the plan was for her to become
Crap. Well,
maybe they mentioned her by name.
That's what
Nate was thinking.
Do they just mention her by name but don't show her?
Well, you guys are finding that.
I don't think this is easily
Googleable. You have to go watch it again.
Surely.
Go watch it tonight and let us know, Nate.
Because she also used polyjuice potion apparently 7 times in the movie. Or sorry, 4 times in the movie.
What a user.
Or in the series.
She becomes some random woman from the ministry. She becomes Harry. She becomes supposed to become Pansy Parkinson. I don't know the 4th one. This is the kind of trivia you need to stump us.
She becomes Bellatrix to get into Green Gods.
Oh, she does become Bellatrix.
I remember that one.
That's what you're supposed to.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Oh God.
Speaking of how to get us,
So dumb.
here's some movies, shows, and other things we have to get you excited about what to watch next. My movie is The Accountant 2 on Prime Video with Ben Affleck and John Barenthal. If you watched The Accountant and you liked it, it's nothing like this movie, but it's the same characters, and it's fun, and it's kind of funny, but there's no accounting. And Ben Affleck's funny and good, and John Barenthal's good, and it's like quippy and fun, and I really enjoyed it. The Accountant 2 on Prime. Go check it out. You don't have to see The Accountant 1 to enjoy it at all.
Very nice.
Yeah. Check it out. Jake?
I saw the live action How to Train Your Dragon.
Ooh.
We're in this phase of, making live action adaptations of animation. I think most people that you would talk to, including the 3 of us, would say why, right? They're not needed. Animation is its own art form. It's criminally underrated by, the masses.
True. Preach.
As a live action adaptation, this was about as good as you can get. It was truly a frame by frame remake. They didn't add anything. They didn't remove anything. Like literally down, you could overlay them on one another. Which again, it begs the question, why, right? I mean, obviously the answer is money,
Yeah.
but I would recommend the animated How to Train Your Dragon over the live action. But the live action is very good because it is a shot-for-shot remake. So they did it justice. And if you are going to do a live action remake, then that's the way I want to see them done.
Should they not, like, I don't know, do something original in the live action remake?
No.
I don't know. That's tough to say. Because, right, to me, you're losing how vibrant and colorful everything is. And also you're losing some expressiveness just in the face, right? Because in an animation, they're literally expressive beyond what's humanly normal. And they have big eyes and,
Sure.
Yeah.
So you lose a bit of that. Gerard Butler reprised his role as Stoic the Vast. He was the voice, and he also came to play him in the live action. He was amazing.
Okay.
Pretty much all of their casting was really, really good.
That helps a lot. I know
that's such a good case for why animations like live action can't be as good though, because they're he's inhumanly large. It's fun. He's crazy. Gerard Butler can't fill the. I don't remember seeing him in the trailers, and I think there's a reason why.
He's big, especially when he wears, they do camera work and stuff to make him look bigger, but it's, he still looks like just a really big Viking. He doesn't look, 8 feet tall and 5 men wide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a wimp.
Can't wait for that Incredibles live action remake.
Ooh, is that really next?
It's called the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, Nate.
You can't call them the remake.
By the third reincarnation on film, yeah, you can. You can. Speaking of remake, hey Nate, what are you watching?
I literally haven't watched anything since our last
Thunderbolts.
podcast.
You literally said it earlier in the.
Except for Thunderbolts, which is a very stale recommendation, but you know what? I watched it. I'm not disappointed. I wasn't interested, and then especially this movie, like knowing the
Wow.
characters, and then I kept hearing how good it was. I went and saw it. It's fucking good.
Wow.
It's good. It's a good movie. It's not a great movie, but it's a really good movie.
Wow.
It was really funny. It had the right, like, it was funny in a different way from Marvel Snark too.
Hmm.
It was good jokes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Impressive, actually.
Stand out for me, I think, like, just to explain the humor is like they're, no spoilers, whatever. It's a cast of misfits, like anti-heroes. They're running away from the first scene of the movie, kind of the first action scene. 4 of them are in a limo together, and they're running away from these army trucks. And Bucky shows up on a motorcycle and takes out all 3 army trucks. And they're all like cheering. They're like, "Fuck yeah!" And then Bucky shoots a mine at their limo because, like, he's trying to arrest them.
Yeah.
He, like, took out the army guys first, and he shoots the mine, and they just go, "Oh shit!" And then it just explodes. It was pretty funny.
Oh yeah. Right.
Like, it was solidly funny all the way through. It was different, better than anything Marvel's churned out in a couple years.
Wow. All right, check
The
it
trailer
out.
for Fantastic Four also looked excellent.
Oh my god.
I am.
know.
I'm excited despite
I'm
myself.
so
Like,
excited.
it's gonna be good.
That one
I
and
hope.
Superman both. I'm like, these are gonna fucking rule, aren't
Yeah.
they?
There was a Superman trailer too. Looked real good.
Does look good. You know what else looks good? All of you. Thank you for listening. If you do listen on Apple Podcasts, please leave us a review. You can get us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere else you get your podcast. I forgot to do this earlier. If you're watching us, hey, like and subscribe. We're on youtube.com/@RumandCinema. We all fit in our box this week. You're welcome. Yeah, we appreciate you. Thanks for listening. Enjoy your rum. Enjoy your cinema. We'll see you next time.